Hello, Tommy. This is Dimitris calling from Chicago and Metalkaoz. How are you?
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm feeling fine. It's end of the summer here in Finland, and it's been great summer for us.
Well, I cannot say the same thing with Chicago. We have been so many rain
Oh, that's bad.
that it's awful. Anyhow, we are not here to talk about the weather, though, because we have Amorphis that have been around for 35 years, with Borderland being the 15th album, right?
That's right.
So, has it become easier to write music?
Uh, I don't know. At this point, I think we know what we are doing, and we know what where we are best, so to speak. So I think in that way, it's not that difficult. Of course, after 15 albums, sometimes you might feel that I have done this before a couple of times, but luckily we have many guys in the band who can compose music, so we are not depending only for one person who is composing stuff. And actually, I think we had like over 20 songs or demos when we started this
Okay.
album. So yeah, it's not easy ever, but on the other hand, after so many albums, we know how to work as a team. We know what you have to do in studio, and it's fun. It's great to do albums instead of touring all the time. So in other way, it's not like a vacation, but still it's a small little break from touring, which is great.
Of course. However, one would say that if we have too many cooks in the kitchen, then it will be difficult to coordinate. So if you are
Well,
right,
yeah, well, that's why we have a producer.
oh, okay.
Yeah, so with this album, we had a producer called uh, Jacob Hansen from Denmark, and
Of course.
as I told, we had lots of demos, and we sent the whole package to Jacob, and he made decisions what are the best songs in his point of view for this album. And we have a great democracy in the band, and everyone is okay with the fact that someone else is picking the right songs. So that's how we work.
This was the first time you worked with him, right?
Yeah, that's right. We talk with the guys from Wallbeat, and I
Mm.
know that they've been working with him many times, and he's Jacob is a professional guy, so we trusted him, and luckily he was available for us. And he's really friendly and down to earth guy. He's like a team worker, so it was really easy to work with him, and it was great to have some fresh ideas, sounds on this album.
So working with a new producer, did you do or did you try anything different as far as your vocals are concerned?
Well, actually, I recorded everything here in Helsinki, in Finland, and I recorded my stuff with I did first the pre-production with Jonas Olsen. I've been working with him, I think, with four albums already. So he's a big help for me in studios, and I recorded my stuff with Matias Koskimies, Finnish guy, and of course we sent ideas to Jacob, and he told his opinions about the stuff, but mostly he was really satisfied what we did here in Finland. Of course, we had to change little details here and there, but mostly it was okay. And I'm really happy that I had a chance to work here in Finland because it's less stressful. I really like to start in the morning and go back home after studio day, so I can relax and uh, try to get energy for the second or upcoming studio day. So I really enjoy working here in Finland instead of traveling and spending time away from family. So this works for me perfectly.
Yeah, I understand. It takes away some of the comfort that you have, right?
That's
Done
right.
that, yes.
And yeah, and if something goes wrong, if I lose my voice or if I get sick or something, it's easy. It's really easy to have like off days. instead of being sick abroad, and it's really expensive to miss 1 week if you are sick or struggling with your voice. So in Finland, it's easier to relax and have a rest.
Well, let's not talk about getting sick right now. Tour is coming up. Come on, man.
Yeah, it happens, and especially when you're a singer, you have to be really careful and try to keep yourself fit. But yeah, that's life,
Yes. And you said you had 20 demo tracks, right?
Well, 25 or something like this.
25, okay.
So lots of stuff, yeah.
So you guys worked separately and then you brought your ideas together and then start rehearsing. How did that work?
Well, everyone who composed stuff just did like home demos at home, and then we put it in the mailbox, and then we sent the whole package to Jacob. And after he picked the right songs, I started to compose my vocal lines and melodies and stuff like that. So after the point Jacob picked the songs, we really started to work. There's no point of working full blast with 25 songs. It's too much work.
Of course.
But yeah, that's how we work. I think it's not the best way to work, but that's the way we work in Amorphis.
Well, it's not your first rodeo.
I know, but usually it's like, or in some cases there is just one main person who is composing everything and maybe doing lyrics and vocals also. But we are trying to work with a good chemistry and democracy and with a good spirit in Amorphis, and that's how it goes with us.
This is the second time that you mentioned democracy, and as a fan, I thought that in the band they're always, the leader who takes all the decisions. So, however, with 35 years of Amorphis, it seems like you guys are doing something right rather than wrong.
Well, there are different ways to work, and this works for me personally pretty well. I would feel quite uncomfortable if there was like a boss who is telling what to do, and in some cases it might be faster to work like that, and I think if only one person is composing stuff, he always has like a trademark, or she has a trademark. But we've been working so many years, and the history is so long with Amorphis. So whatever we do as three persons, I think it still sounds like Amorphis.
Oh, yes.
And everyone is willing to put their own ideas or own sounds or whatever in the music. And I think in Amorphis, that's a gift that makes us a little bit special as a band.
In other words, you are nice guys.
Well, no one is perfect, but we are trying to act like professional, and we're not making any extra drama, like fighting or putting wrong words to other mouths, or we're trying to be like adults and try to concentrate what we are doing, because we are really special band. We can do this for living in a small country like Finland. It's a privilege. And you have to be really careful what you are doing.
You mentioned words, and since you mentioned the vocal melodies, I will do a leap and talk about how you work with Pekka, because he's writing the lyrics. However, you have to write your own vocal melody. So how do you guys bring these two things together?
Well, usually it goes like I travel to Pekka's home. I live pretty near to him, so it's only like 20 minutes, and we sit together and then we just talk what's going on in our personal lives, what is interesting, what is happening around the world. Just we relax and just talk each other like one person to one person, And I think that's one inspiration for Pekka when he starts to work with lyrics. Of course, he's really into Kalevala and old myths from Finland, and I think he uses also the things that has happened to his personal life during all these years, and also he uses his dreams as an inspiration. And when you put all these elements together, I think that's how it comes out. Well, there's been some records that we have picked one person or one character from Kalevala book back in the days, but nowadays we are working that Pekka is kind of he has like free hands as an artist to write his poems or lyrics, and he's doing everything in Finnish, so we had to translate everything to English, and then I had to arrange his lyrics to the music. And when I start to compose stuff, I always compose melodies without lyrics, because I want to find a right feelings from the song without lyrics, because sometimes when you are reading the lyrics at the same time when you're listening, it might feel a little bit too much or too complicated. So I just want to follow the flow and trying to find melodies that fits with the melodies our guitar player Esa and Santeri is playing. So there are so many layers and so many melodies going here and there. So sometimes it's a little bit struggle, but it's amazing when I'm listening to the album now. Everything feels and sounds quite natural, but the struggle is real when I'm doing the vocals.
So
to be honest,
the way you work with the vocals and the lyrics and the vocal melodies, it sounds to me it's your way of establishing a connection with some things that another person has written, right?
That's right.
Okay.
But it's with Pekka, it's really easy to work because I think we share the same point of how we see the life, or what do we believe, or what we feel, what is important in our lives. So I really trust the guy, and whatever he writes or thinks or brings us, I think it's interesting, and it fits perfectly to our music. But yeah, I think I haven't thought it before, but maybe I'm like a filter between these two worlds, like Amorphis music and Pekka's lyrics, and I'm like a filter between putting those together.
Maybe, not the filter,
of course,
maybe the medium.
Yeah, maybe something like this. But of course, I have to say that Jonas Olsson, who works as a producer for the vocals, he's also like a big help. He plays a really big role there also, because I'm struggling with arranging the rhythms and the music and the vocal melodies. So it's too complicated for me. But when I get some help from Jonas, it works pretty well.
It's interesting because in the beginning I asked you if it's easier to write music, but then hearing you describing the process, it's not that easy at all. Only difference is that you have found ways to work with these, let's say, challenges, right?
That's right, and
yes.
Of course, it helps me a lot. It doesn't feel that stressful when you have people around you can trust and you've been working before. I wasn't afraid at all when we started to work with Jacob, because he knows that we've been there ages and we've been doing this many times. So he was really open-minded with the ideas that I had. Like I want to work in Finland, and I really have to respect the guy, Jacob. And I'm really thankful that he gave me opportunity to do my things this way.
So we talked about the lyrics, the vocals. How does the band bring the artist to draw the cover artwork and connect maybe the lyrics or even the feelings that you get from the music?
Well, talking about cover art, you mean?
Yeah.
So we tried to find a new artist for us, because we changed the producer, so we wanted to have something else on the cover art also. And we found Maral van Haasteren. He's a Dutch guy, and we haven't worked with him before. and he was available, and he was really open-minded and into for the idea of working with Amorphis, and he knew the band, and he also knew some things from Finland already, so it was quite easy to work with him. We had some ideas. Of course, we sent the lyrics for him also, but we had to like a main idea that would be nice to have a bridge on the cover. That was the main idea, and he found it interesting, and we put this beautiful bridge there, and two people meeting each other on the bridge. And in some point he wanted to add something really powerful on the cover, and his idea was to use the swan. And swan is really important character in Finnish mythology. And putting all these ideas together, I think we have a really powerful and beautiful cover art, and everything seems quite Finnish. I mean, the forest, it could be from Finland, and there is this water, might be a lake or something. So it's really beautiful, and really beautiful small details here and there. And actually this cover art works perfectly with back cover also, because it's together they are like a big picture. It continues, the picture continues in the background. So when you have the final LP or CD, you will find that it's a really nice package, and also some stuff inside the album. So it's nice work of art.
I don't have the lyrics. However, I think I understood in the title track, there is a lyric line that says, "Cross the bridge of dreams."
Yeah, that's right.
That's the bridge that we are seeing, right?
Well, it's a metaphor. It could be like death and life, or dream and reality, or whatever. But I think it's a really powerful and beautiful picture. It's like a person meeting ghost or some person there. And it's like a line between two worlds, and the bridge is connecting those different elements. So that's the idea behind the cover.
Honestly, in my mind, when I saw the two people, I thought it was the same one. So we are crossing something to meet our future selves. I don't know, maybe something. And then you have on the right nature that is also important for Amorphis. So yeah, there is a lot to unpack, and I like that. I like that.
That's really beautiful point of view. Thank you.
So I like also the sequence of the songs. So the second song is Bones, one of the heaviest track. Love it, and I'm sure you will be playing live this one.
Yeah, I totally understand your point, and I would like to play that also on stage.
And then you follow this up with Dancing Shadow, right?
Yeah.
And forgive me here, because I know that there is the concept that you had a working title about Disco Tiger. However, this groove, it has been always present in Amorphis. It's not like you guys suddenly turned into disco, right?
Yeah, that's right. And some people are a little bit shocked when we have this disco beat going there. But as you said, it's not the first time. And for us, it's just totally natural thing to do.
And honestly, if I hadn't read about the Disco Tiger or all these references, I would never have said that, oh, this is disco. No.
Yeah, but you know, we are old guys, and especially our guitar player Tomi Koivusaari, he's a big fan of ABBA from Sweden.
Of course.
And when we are touring, we are listening all kind of stuff. And if we have like a party, there is always ABBA on the stereo. So we are not great dancers at all, but still we like groovy 70s music.
Absolutely. And I know it will sound cheesy, but back then I believe we had more great non-metal music, greater music that was not metal than we do today.
Yeah.
That's, maybe my old mind speaking. So anyhow.
Yeah, but I think for us, maybe dance music, it's more like a disco than like industrial metal, like Rammstein or something like this. So this is like organic disco.
Oh yeah,
so
yes,
to speak.
Organic disco. I love that.
Yeah.
And then we have this nice atmosphere, but the end of the album closes with despair. Why did you pick such a although I like that twist, such a sad song to close the album.
Well, maybe that's the reason why we are closing with that one. It's something that we don't play live ever, or you never know. But I think it's maybe a little bit too much on the stage. But still, I really love it. It's beautiful. It's really sad. There is no happy ending in the song. But I think it's a little bit more dramatic or than sad song. It's beautiful, and it's a really powerful ending for the album.
Yes, I agree. There are 2 bonus tracks, Warband
Yes.
and a raw one, and The Cloud. So
Yes.
why did you pick those 2 to exclude them from the final track list and have them as bonus?
Well, I think we did couple too long albums, maybe 10 or 15 years ago, and this is only my opinion about it. But I like that there is like 10 songs in the album. 13 is way too much, I think. And one point is that Japan always wants to have like a bonus track, so you have to have some bonus songs also. But I think the original album with 10 songs, it's enough. And for the people who are more into Amorphis, it's great that you have some bonus songs for them. But in some cases, I think our fans are a little bit disappointed when we have some really great songs that are not on the album. They are bonus tracks. I don't know, is it the case with this one, but those 2 songs, Warband and Raw One and The Cloud, I think they are great songs. But our producer, I think he had like a big picture in his mind when he picked only 10 songs there. And I'm really happy about that. It's like this.
Talking about the number of songs in an album, remind me, when the CDs came out, we started getting so upset because there were too many songs in an album, and at some point there was a decline in quality, right?
Yeah, it might be the case, and of course our songs are pretty long. In general, I think average is like 5 minutes or something like this. Of course, if you are a punk rock band and you have like a minute and a half songs, you might have like a 15 or 16 songs on the album. But for us, I think 10 songs, it's enough.
Well, I was not criticizing the selection of 10 songs.
Yeah.
I would just.
But I understand. I think, for me personally, if I go to see a show, for me an hour or 90 minutes is enough. I don't want to see 2 hours or 2.5 hours. It's too much. And also the album, if it's like 100 minutes, it's way too long for me.
Yeah. So you mentioned live. Have you picked the songs to play live because you have a full schedule ahead of you?
Well, not yet, but we are working on it. And of course, I think we're going to start with the single songs, of course. And we first have this really long European tour, and we have only 1 hour stage time, I think, because we are not headlining, we are opening for Arch Enemy. After that tour, we're going to play some shows in Finland, and then we have like 90 minutes, and then we're going to pick more songs from the album, I think. But I think we're going to start, as I said, with single songs.
Okay, I have a rather difficult question to ask.
Okay, hit me.
Well, it's not that difficult. Would you prefer to play, let's say, the entire new album rather than playing some of the stuff that you have been playing for ages?
Well, it depends. I must admit that I'm a really big fan of old Amorphis. I mean, the first 2 albums. I would like to play more songs from Karelian Isthmus and Tales from the Thousand Lakes. But on the other hand, I enjoy playing new songs because it tells that we have a future. We are still relevant band in a way. We still want to compose new stuff and we want to go forward.
Yes.
Not just playing old classics. We have played a couple of times the whole album when it came out, and that's always a big challenge because it's obvious that not all the songs are for the live. Yeah, sometimes they just don't work. But I don't know how is it with this album, but I think we're gonna add like 3 or 4 new songs for the set list, or might be 5, but not too much. Of course, we have to play those classics also.
Although think about it, closing a set with Despair. Oh my goodness.
Well, it would be interesting. Why not?
Yes.
Yeah.
When should we expect to see Amorphis crossing the Atlantic to North America, at least?
We have some plans. We will come there, definitely. I don't know if it's going to happen next year. Not during this year, that's for sure, but maybe next year.
Okay.
Yes, we have some plans, and we definitely want to come there. It's always a pleasure to play in US.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, but at the same time, it has become a challenge, and it's too expensive, way too challenging for bands to organize their time.
It is what it is, It is what it is.
Yes, man.
It's, of course, for us, it's easier to play in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
We have bigger audiences here. But still, I think US is a challenge, but at the same time, we have played there so many times, and we know that we have lots of fans there, so we will come there. That's for sure.
For sure, one fan in Chicago, and that's me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I have to say that it's great that we still play in States, because it's different world than Europe.
Mm-hmm.
It would be boring just to play in Finland or only in Europe. It's nice to go to Asia or to South America, North America, Canada. It's nice. It's a privilege that we have fans around the world, and let's hope it continues like this.
Yeah, and let's not forget Australia, right?
That's right.
Last question. Is there any activity from Dead Talks or Halatar?
Well, actually, just before this interview, I was rehearsing my guitar playing, because we have a show coming on this Saturday here in Finland. We have a Helsinki Death Fest metal festival, and we're going to play there with Dead Talks.
Mm-hmm.
And we have lots of songs already composed. They are like, I think we have like 10 or 11 songs, and we're going to do a new album. I don't know if it's going to be next year, but we have like great songs coming up. With Halatar, I don't know. I haven't seen Juha for a while, and I think the album is really special, and would be nice to play it again in the future. But now I think we both are so busy with our main bands, Amorphis and Swallow the Sun. So I don't know it's going to happen in near future. But still, it would be nice to play like an anniversary, like a 20th anniversary or something like this. I don't know. I think that album is really important for some people. It's a nice, really dark, slow, heavy doom metal album, and I'm really proud that I was a part of it. It's something really special.
Well, you can always have Halatar, Swallow the Sun, and Amorphis on the same billing, right? That would be easy.
Yeah. Great idea.
Tomi, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks, man. Thanks for the questions.
Great shows, and stay healthy.
I try. You
to
too.
the rest of the band.
Okay.
Thank you, man.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye-bye.